one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known would have kept me from what I had today.
Good morning, Robertson County. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm your turn, LaVern, and this is One Street Over. How you doing? Living right, loving it, heading into school again today. I love it. It's so funny how your perceptions change. It's so funny because you have the, now that I'm a school teacher, I have, just this opportunity to know all the things going on in school. And, whenever you're not part of that world, it's real easy to just kind of, miss out on all of the stuff. But I am so excited to be a part of the school system. And so, yes, kiddos, it is time to head back to school today. And we are looking forward to seeing you. All the teachers are. And yes, we have a lot to do, a lot of things going on, because I'm telling you, before a minute, we'll be into Christmas break. It's so funny. They told me last year, they said, whenever the first break came up, when fall break came up, I was like, I can't believe we're already fall break. And they're like, well, just wait until we get back. And before you know it, it'll be Christmas. And then when you get back from Christmas, next thing you know, the kids are graduating. It's just crazy. But it is a fast-paced schedule, and it's exciting. It's a lot. And so just get back to school today, guys, and get ready to get busy, because there's a lot of things. All the things that we started out the year going, I want to get this done before the semester ends. Well, now we're all going, man, I got to get that started. I'm being silly, but it is fun. It's fun to just talk about all the things going on in the school system and to be a part of it. And with all that said, welcome back to first day after fall break. Watch out for the school buses out there. If you happen to get behind school buses, you might need to give yourself a little bit of extra time. Kaleb Stratton is our guest coming in here, and that's probably what's happened to him. And he's got kiddos and all that, and we know how that happens. So Kaleb is on his way in, and we're going to look forward to hearing from him this morning. Still trying to. It's so funny. I had police chief head on schedule to come in and do the show, and then it ended up being I had to be away, and it was not something I had expected. And so I was like, I want to be in there when you get to come in. So we rescheduled him, and I couldn't. And typically, the day that we have Kaleb, we like to check in with Kaleb every month, because there's something different in the world of wildlife resources, because we're big hunters around here. If you're new to this area, if you're just moving here, we know a lot of you Californians are here, but if you're new to this area, hunting's a big deal. The sports and the outdoors world is a big deal. And so we like to stay up to date on that. And so we get Kaleb in here every month to just give us an update. And so there's a lot going on right now because what hunting season are we in? I know we had bow season, and I forget. I think the regular hunting season kicks off in the around Thanksgiving. So he'll come in and clarify all that for us. But we try to every other month. We'll check in with the sheriff's office. Jessica Drake, the public information officer there, she is wonderful about keeping it on her calendar. But then when we go to Chief Head, he's wanting to come in, and so his calendar is just kind of crazy, and he never knows what's going to come up. So we're trying to kind of get into a rhythm with them as well. And sometimes, Jess will send in Sheriff Van Dyke, and so it's just one of those. It's one of those things, just trying to kind of get your rhythm. It's so funny. When we had John Rose as our congressman, we got into a routine of having the things going on with John Rose's office. They would call in every month. To give us an opportunity to just kind of see what's going on, and whether he was in Washington, whether he was up in Cookeville. And we've tried to get that rhythm going again with Congressman Mark Green. And I got to give just a shout out to the offices this weekend. I have some friends of mine that their family, the McClellans, Kevin's sister, the Paul's family, and they are very much into, come on in, Kaleb. They're very much into things Hebrew and Israel, and they were actually in Israel when the attack started. I actually had several friends that got stranded over there, but the Paul's family, the McClellans relatives, they got stranded. And so I get a phone call from Shelley, Kevin's wife, I guess probably Saturday night, saying, do you have any way to get in touch with some of our representatives, some of our senators? Because we can't get them out. And we reached out to several different avenues to get a hold of Mark Green's office, and they were on it, and they're on their way home. And I just can't say thank you enough. That's what your representatives are for, guys, is when you, and not to bother them and pester them with silly things, but when you have things, it's like, I don't know what to do about this. This is a big deal. That's what they're for. And man, Mark Green's office got it done, and we are very, very thankful. Thank you so much. Kaleb Stratton's in the house. What's up?
You're right. All the above. School buses, kids waking up, from fall break.
It's like, back to school.
It's dark outside when they wake up now, so my 7-year-old's like, why do we have to get up? It's still dark. I'm like,
I know.
No. I said, I know it looks dark, but it's daylight, and we got to go.
We got to go. It's got to go. Got to get them moving. How old are the kids now?
7 and 2. So the
7 and 2.
Just turned 2 this week.
Oh, fun. 2. Oh my goodness. It's fun. I was with my grandkids. This weekend try to see them, every weekend, or just we try to, because they're an hour away from us, so it's hard. So, but we were there to go to soccer games, and also to meet their new dog. They got a new puppy over the weekend, and it's a cock. What are the golden doodle? A golden retriever poodle. Uh-huh. Oh my goodness! It's so fun. It's so fun. And what's so funny is they brought in. You'll appreciate this. So they found these dogs with my daughter-in-law's friend down in Alabama, and she was getting one. And so then my daughter-in-law's mother's like, well, I'm getting one. And the next thing you know, so they had these 3 dogs, these little 3 puppies at the house that came in on Saturday. So it was a trip. It was fun. But anyway, what are you doing?
Just hanging out.
So where are we? Did you hear me talking about it? It's like, okay, what season are we in?
Well, it's still bow season.
Okay.
A lot of people are kind of confused because Kentucky does stuff a little different. So in Kentucky, like their youth season was this past weekend. So people were calling me confused because they see all these pictures on Facebook of these kids shooting all these deer with rifles, and they're like, are they illegal? Do they not know? And I'm like, no, it's in Kentucky. So being, we're Robertson County, as everybody knows. We're so cool where we're located because we're an hour from everywhere or less,
Yeah.
But we're also right there on the Kentucky state line. So people love to utilize that for hunting, and so they'll buy their out-of-state license.
LBL.
Yeah, everywhere. It's crazy. So
Land Between the Lakes, for those who don't know what that is. But anyway, I grew up there, so I know what LBL is.
But you talking about that too, as far as you joked about the Californians, and that is true. So many people are moving in, not only to Robertson County, but Middle Tennessee. And that's been the majority of my phone calls this year, is asking, questions about hunting. Like, I hunted in this state and I've moved here, and now I want to know, how do I hunt here? So, and I open up my trusty hunting guide and I help them out a lot, because a lot of times they're asking questions about other places that I'm not familiar with. But I will tell everybody, we love to get phone calls. I love talking to people when I do respond. A lot of times if I don't have service or I'm busy, I won't be able to get back to you quick. But
be patient. Leave messages. Text.
And
They
you
can
keep
text you,
texting
right?
me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Lee Marie's figured that out. She's got it on. She can call me and text me. She knows eventually I'll respond to her.
That's funny.
But
what, talking about I just kind of want to throw this out there. When it comes to texting and those kinds of things, we're kind of in a world now where people are more apt to, I don't know if you're like, any phone number that's out there gets spammed so bad that it gets their voicemails gets full. I'm always getting texts, your voicemail's full. And I'm like, and it's going to stay that way. I'm done. I'm done with it because I can't, I was clearing it every day constantly. And it was just all nonsense messages.
Yep.
And I mean, there's a few things in there, but I need to change my message that says, I do not respond to voicemail. You need to text me.
Yep.
And if you can't text me, get some help. Find somebody that can help you text. But
if you're calling me from a cell phone, you can probably text.
Yes. Well, and there's most people
1% of the population doesn't.
Well, there's some still out there.
That's what I'm saying. Text. Yeah, there's a lot of the older generation that they don't.
My 84-year-old mama can text. Y'all can text. So, all right. So get a hold of Kaleb Stratton if you do have questions. I think that's probably one of the biggest things. I'm getting those questions too because I've got a lot of friends. Lee Marie, you mentioned Lee Marie. She does the Go Show on Wednesdays and fills in for me, and she's just everywhere. But she's from California. She's been here, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, 5 years probably. But so she, is having to learn. She knows it now because she just gets in there and learns. But she's a go-getter. But all those things that you need to know. So we're in bow season, and I keep telling my kids and my husband, y'all keep talking about harvesting a deer, and I haven't seen it happen. Now Mark now has a compound bow. And he has not a compound bow. He has a, what do you call that? Crossbow.
Yep.
That the kids got him that he wants to use. He's got the compound bow that he just had restrung. And I wish I knew the guy locally that did that. Did a great job.
Oh, yeah, probably. Is it the new place?
Yeah.
Down there on Hill Street? Yeah.
Probably.
Jack Collinsworth, I believe, opened that up. I forget what it's
Maybe.
called. Maybe.
Yeah. Mark can clarify or not if he's listening, but great job he did. Great job.
Got a good bow shop down there.
Yeah, and really just great pricing, just quickly. But he did that, and then he's gotten some more arrows and different things. So he's ready.
Yeah.
I don't see a deer, though. He's ready.
Well, he can hunt. It's open right now, so.
I know. Well, and he wants to field dress and do his own. He doesn't want to try to take it to a packing because that gets expensive. And he knows how to do that because he grew up, with deer hunting and all of those
That's
things.
the hard part about bow season is it's cool outside, but it's not really cold enough to hang a deer for a few days. Well, it's not cold enough to do that.
That's true.
So when you harvest a deer right now, if you don't immediately take it to a processor, you got to do it yourself right then and there.
Immediately.
And that's a lot of time, and everybody's busy in life right now, so a lot of people just don't have time to harvest a deer and then spend the next 7 or 8 hours, processing it, or a few hours, whatever you depends on what you're going to do with the meat.
Right.
Depends on how long it takes you, but yeah, it's very time consuming. So when it's cold and it's November, December, even into January when it's super cold, and we can harvest some deer and leave them laying or hanging for a few days, and get to them later. That's a good part of that.
What are the and that's probably one of the reasons why. And I tease my family; everybody's just so crazy busy, and so that's probably the reason why he has not pursued that. We're just insanely busy, especially being new teachers and trying to.
You got that perfect barn. You can just make you a walk-in freezer.
Yeah.
$10,000 or so,
Sure. No, not on the agenda, but yeah, that's an idea. Don't give my husband any ideas. But if
people make them pretty easy, actually. They build it out of wood and then insulate it really well and put just a window unit in there. Something that'll get it down to 40 degrees. So
that's an idea.
It doesn't have to be frozen. It's just a refrigerator. So
yeah.
Even if you had something to keep it around 40 degrees, 45 degrees, that would be okay.
Interesting. That's an idea, Kaleb.
Yeah.
Well, and Marcus,
that's what my buddy does. So
one of the things you can do though is you can quick process it and take it and then throw that in the freezer. And then bring it back out, grind it up, and process it later. So you can
quarter it up real quick.
Yes, yeah, you can do that. I've seen Mark do that pretty quickly.
Backstrap, tenderloin, cut the 4 quarters off, and bam, you're done.
Yes, I've seen him do that, and
minimal waste, and it's super easy.
Yeah. Kind of like you were talking about when you're harvesting a turkey, the quick way to do it to harvest a turkey. Right. Now, where are we in turkey season?
So right now, you can. you can I'm trying to see when the fall dates are.
Okay.
But right now, incidental to deer hunting, you can harvest a turkey with your bow. So if you're deer hunting
and you see a turkey
and a bearded turkey walks up, you can harvest it.
Okay. All right.
So
well,
that's
cool.
something that they've kind of always done.
Mm-hmm.
But the fall turkey season is actually coming up. It is. Let's see.
Because this is when you can harvest one in the fall, right?
What is today?
Today is October 16th.
Yeah, it opens Saturday actually.
Okay,
the 14th
on the 14th
through the 27th. So.
Okay, and this is the time when you can harvest that turkey for Thanksgiving, right? Is this like the only window to get a Thanksgiving turkey?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay.
Once bow season is over, then once it'll be over anyway.
Okay.
But once bow season is over, then you cannot
harvest
turkeys anymore.
Okay, so tell me again. Turkey season opens Saturday, and it will run until the end of bow season, which is when?
No, it closes the 27th.
The 27th
of October.
Okay.
Because the 28th and 29th are our youth deer hunts.
Oh,
so only youth can hunt that weekend, the 28th and 29th.
Okay.
Then bow opens back up on the 30th, that Monday, and it'll run till Friday.
Okay, so you got one more week with bow season, but you're going to have like a little interruption. So
for the juvenile hunt.
The fall turkey season will end, fall juvenile, and then you pick back up and you have bow season for another week. This is why we need Kaleb in here every month, guys. Because
and then muzzleloader opens.
Muzzleloader. That blows my mind. Do you know anybody that muzzleloads and hunts?
That's probably the, oh man, I hate to say number one. It's the number one time for most people to hunt because that's right during the rut when the rut's going on. And actually, with this weather, this cool weather we've had, the rut's going on right now. Bucks are chasing does, and they're trying to breed does right now. So it's starting to kick on pretty good. So the juvenile hunt this year, I think, is going to be really good.
What is it? What is a muzzleloader? I mean, and you've explained it to me before, but because I'm not...
the smart answer is you load it from the muzzle. So you muzzle loader, load it from the muzzle. And that's essentially what it is. So our law says a muzzleloader has to be something that's incapable of being loaded from the breech. The breech is the backside of the gun.
Right. Where
like
you
above
break
the trigger.
It
Yeah.
Okay. So you load it from the front.
From the muzzle. Yeah, so the muzzle is
I've never
the end of the gun.
Yeah.
The end of the gun is called the muzzle.
Right.
The very end of the muzzle. So
I didn't know that.
We load it from the muzzle.
Yeah.
So you would pour with a modern inline muzzleloader right now, without getting into the old stuff, the old black powder and flintlocks. So you just pour the powder in, put the bullet in, shove it down the barrel, then put your primer in, and you're ready to go.
Really?
But it's one shot. So, but it's pretty easy to load it quickly if you need to.
That's fascinating to me because I've mentioned this to you before. I read a lot of historical fiction. And of course, that's how they hunted then. And it's just fascinating to me. I would love to experience that just for the nostalgia of that. I don't guess we have muzzleloader, Mark. I don't know. I don't know if he has one or not.
They're fairly inexpensive. They're not expensive. You can buy them expensive just like anything, but I mean, the muzzleloader I think I paid $300 for, and I mean, it's medium, and I've had it since I was a kid, and I bought it when I was 13 years old. Is
it one of those guns that is hard to find ammo for right now? What is the ammo situation? Some people, it's fine, because, people, you hear all this conspiracy theory stuff. It's like they can't control the guns, so they're going to control the ammo. Is that true?
Well, I think what happens is everybody says that, and then everybody goes and buys the ammo.
That makes sense.
And so there's no ammo, so then there's no ammo, and everybody's like, oh, they quit making it. Yeah. No, you're just buying it so much that nobody else can buy it, so...
We'll go through seasons where everybody I know is like, did you hear? Did you? I was like, stop. That's why I turned it all off. I'm just like, anyway.
I know we're part of the media sometimes, but I blame the media for it,
Oh, I take responsibility for it.
They say it.
I tell my students all the time, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that I haven't been more a conduit of reason out there, really, and anyway, well, we can go down a rabbit hole there. We're talking with Kaleb Stratton. He is, I looked on your Facebook page, and you need to put your title on there, because I'm like, okay, you are the regional sergeant. Are you the
district sergeant?
District sergeant. I knew sergeant, but I was like, I can't remember, because I knew it was either regional or districts. He is the district sergeant for wildlife resources in this area. We have a wildlife resource officer Kaleb was the wildlife resource officer. For how long did you serve in that position? as wildlife resource officer.
9 years.
9
totals,
years.
Yeah, right at 9 years. I've been the sergeant for a year now. So
Yeah, so this was new. He got the gold. He got the gold emblems and stuff. And so he is our wildlife resource district sergeant. And he keeps saying he's going to bring in our wildlife resource officer.
Yeah.
But we hadn't done that yet. So
yeah, I forget what happened last month.
Yeah.
I think I came last month. Something
well,
happened.
actually,
we rescheduled or something.
I think so. Actually, you came at a different time. You came at an off time last year because I had to go, or last month, because I guess last month's when I had to go to the.
Yeah, you went somewhere.
I had a teaching thing. Because that's one thing. When they tell you you've got to go to this class, you've got to go to this class to keep your teaching license. And so I'm like, okay. So Lee Marie steps in and she covers for me. A little bit of and that I appreciate you guys that are so accustomed to having a slot that you'll adjust from time to time. Yeah. And a couple of programming notes. We don't have Chief Haig coming in. He just couldn't get in here today. I'm still working on getting him on the schedule. But I do have Mayor Ann Schneider Williams coming in. Oh, cool. So she'll be in here at 7:30. And then tomorrow, we normally got the commissioners meeting tonight. Well, we normally would have Mayor Billy Vogel in tomorrow, but I asked him to move it to next Tuesday because so many of you missed the Blues Festival. I'm so disappointed in Robertson County for not coming out and supporting the Blues Festival in just a massive way. We had, we had a decent crowd during the day. As we got into the evening and it got cold and drizzly, the crowd dwindled, and it wasn't. Ann was there, the mayor was there. Her and Gary came, and so it was, and my husband and I were there, and we stayed with them. But that's beside the point. We'll get ready for next year. We got to do it better, y'all. But what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, shoot. I hate it because he's got some friends from Croatia in. So they're only going to be here this week. And Thomas Love, that's how you say his name. And if you were there and or if you saw my Facebook post about some of the stuff he did, oh my gosh, amazing. He's here with his guitar player from Croatia. These are the same guys that Tommy did the tour with over in Croatia several months ago. But they're here for the Josie Awards. This guy's up for a Josie, and Thomas Love is up for a Josie. So big deal in the blues world. He's going to be in tomorrow. So Mayor Vogel will be in a week from tomorrow. That's a programming note. While I'm on that, we're going to come back and get all the particulars from Kaleb Stratton, but I do want to pause and talk about Veterans Motorplex. Well, especially since you're in here. Bubba About Broke. You still doing Bubba About Broke? It's so fun. Tell them what Bubba About Broke is.
So it's a local podcast that we started last December, and we pretty much interview these local race car drivers who don't get the interviews.
Right.
And not necessarily the ones that are winning every week, because they get an interview every week. We try to interview the ones that don't get interviewed.
I love
all
that.
the time. Now, with that being said, we do throw some big names in there every now and then. We're sponsoring former NASCAR driver Jeremy Mayfield, who's no longer in NASCAR, but he still races all the time, and we're sponsoring him in a couple races that he's been in, and we interviewed him last week. So
that's fun.
Throw in a big name every now and then. Ken Schrader, he's an old race car driver that still races, and but yeah, it's super fun, and I wish I got to do it more than I do. But we do it every Monday night, so
I think that's great.
Look in every Monday night. We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that kind of good stuff. So.
Okay, what platform do y'all use? Because I've put some kids stuff up on Buzzsprout on the platform.
I use it's called Podcasters now, I think.
Okay,
but it used to be what was it called?
Is it expensive?
No, it's free.
Okay, well, do they keep your content, or do they delete it after a while?
No, it stays on there so far it's stayed on there forever. It stays on there forever.
Because Buzzsprout, the one, and this is like inside, if you're interested in podcasting, it seems like a lot of people are. I've been using Buzzsprout, and I put some stuff up for the kiddos this weekend, and it doesn't keep it forever. So you have to buy that. So I may check out yours and see if I can't move it over then.
Yeah, so it used to be called Anchor.
Yeah.
But now it's called Pod.
Send me that link if you don't mind.
Podcasters, but it shows every single one of my episodes I've done.
Interesting, because they only keep it for 90 days at Buzzsprout, and I thought, well, that stinks, and so I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
maybe
no.
move it over to where it keeps it all the time. And so that's awesome then. Yeah, send me that link if you don't mind, because that sounds like
it's
it might be a
super-
better hosting site for the kiddos.
Yeah, it's super easy. I mean, we've kind of got a smaller setup like you have,
Yeah.
nothing near this nice, but
Yeah.
just enough for us. We have, 6 microphones and a board and
Yep.
put it on SD card, and then I put the SD card in the computer and upload it straight to
There you go.
it.
So easy,
Super
guys.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, it's
easy.
super easy.
Anybody can do it.
Yes, you can.
Obviously.
I mean, well, and we're talking, you're so funny. Kaleb Stratton, he is our district sergeant for wildlife resources, talking about all things wildlife resources. And we jumped off on the stuff at Veterans Motorplex because they are one of our sponsors, and he does the Bub About Broke. And
They're one of our sponsors as well.
Yes,
so.
and they share their podcast a lot. So that's why we went down this little rabbit trail, guys. But I do want to invite you to get out to Veterans Motorplex. Only a few weeks left before they're going to be ending their 2023 season. So you want to get out there and see some great racing. They're going to have great racing through the end of the month. They're also going to work to have that trunk or treat from the back of race cars, which is so cool. And so if you want to be a part of this, you got to get out there at 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. You can call them 615-643-8725, 615-643-8725. Gates open every Saturday at 4. Racing starts at 6. Goes until about 9 o'clock, and when you go, let them know U-turn sent you. Kaleb Stratton's in the house. What are we missing here? I mean, it's really hunting season, bow season, all that kind of thing. What else do you want to throw out there before next month?
Just a lot of the calls I'm getting and just what a lot of the questions are. So right now we get a lot of calls about people dumping deer. A lot of people think that it's legal to go and throw their deer over a bridge into the rivers because they think the fish and turtles eat them, and they do, but that's still littering. So
You're talking about the carcass after
yeah,
they
the
harvest
carcass.
it?
Yep. Well, that and just a lot of people, they're just lazy, and they'll kill a deer and they'll just cut the head off and leave it somewhere, or they'll just cut the back straps out and then throw the whole deer out.
Well, how do you dispose of something like that? Do you bury it or
You can bury it.
leave it for the vultures in the woods?
Yeah, if you're on your property, it's legal to do it on property. You have permission to do it. You can legally throw it out on somebody's property. That's a legal way to do it.
Yeah.
That has given you permission. But what we're seeing is where people don't have permission to do it.
Yeah.
Especially on just a back county road where they just drive and they know nobody's going to be out there and they'll throw it out.
It's not. I don't want that. I don't want
Right.
that.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah. And a lot of it's on dead end roads, so they'll go all the way down to the road and just throw
I can't
stuff.
believe the stuff that goes on dead end roads. That's
so-
why we have dogs.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's one thing. So that is littering. So legally dispose of
Okay.
it. I want to tell you this, and I don't know if you can do it or not, but I do tell people to, when you get done, you cut it up, you put it in a garbage bag, just throw it in the trash. We all have trash pickup once a month.
So you can do that.
Well, I guess. I mean, I don't think
Well, I mean,
I'll have to talk to solid waste people, but I don't know why you couldn't.
I don't either.
It all decomposes fairly quickly. So
Yeah, and I mean, you do that with scraps from your kitchen.
yeah, so that's essentially what it is anyway.
And
So.
I wonder if you can compost that. I mean, I would.
I would
think you
far
could.
away from your house probably. It
Yeah,
stinks.
because oh man, it'd be rank.
It's stinking.
Yeah, and that's one thing you get into with compost is you got to be very careful because it will draw rats and things like that, and you don't want that mess around your house. I don't.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that's the thing. Don't do that. Dispose of stuff properly. What else do you get calls on?
So recently that's been a big one. The other big one every year is trespassing. And it may just be not even hunters trespassing, but some of our hunters are very passionate about their hunting spots. And I've had where, let's say I get permission from a friend of mine to hunt, but his family's out there walking around and I get them on a trail camera and I get real mad. Not me, but I'm just saying that happens a lot to where people are just inconsiderate and walking right in front of their cameras and through their food plots. And sometimes they have permission and sometimes they don't. So
Right.
just make sure you keep your mind about that. A buddy of mine texted or called me the other day and was like, yeah, I can't do my morning walks anymore, because it's hunting season. I'm like, yeah, I understand. And he's like, because I walk right by this one guy's deer stand. I don't want to get shot, so I just don't walk over there. And I'm like, well, that's good.
Yeah.
They both have, the guy has permission to hunt there and the guy has permission to walk there.
Yeah.
But, that's just the kind of stuff we have happen a lot where people butt heads. So
Well,
make
and
sure
I
you
can
have permission.
imagine, and that's one reason we will let people come fish anytime. You can, come and enjoy the creek. We do not allow hunting except for family. And we just don't, because I just don't even want to get in that mess. So we do not. Now, Paul Rainey is asking, is there a place where you can donate the meat? Because some hunters
That's a great
don't
question.
don't like venison, but they like the sport of hunting. So what's the story on that?
Very
Thank you, Paul.
glad you brought that up. That's a good thing that I don't think I've brought up here maybe much, but The Tennessee Wildlife Federation, who is one of our big supporters most of the time, they have a program called Hunters for the Hungry.
Okay.
And we used to have the stickers on our truck. I don't know why they went away. But you can donate. So the Hunters for the Hungry program is most all of the deer processors in Middle Tennessee. We fund them to harvest these deer for free to give to local community food banks and stuff like that, and give to the people in need. I know that Flowers Processing down in Nashville, they're one of the largest ones. I forget how many hundreds of thousands of pounds of meat that they give to the Nashville Rescue Mission a year.
Okay.
It's crazy the amount of meat that they give. But that's all funded through us, so that way they're still getting paid. The processors are still getting paid to do it. Cedar Hill Meats up here in Robertson County, they do it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the one in Cross Plains does or not. I'll have to get with him. But yeah, Hunters for the Hungry. Check that out. You can just Google Hunters for the Hungry and all the information pops up. So it's on our website and TWF, the Tennessee Wildlife Federation, as well.
Okay. Anything else we're
awesome.
missing? Anything else you think we're missing as we're visiting this morning?
Not for now.
We got to talking podcasting and went down a little bit of a rabbit hole there, but it's interesting, and I love the work that you do there with Bubba About Broke. Y'all are cute. Yeah. It's fun. It's a fun podcast.
No, it is. I love doing it.
It is fun, and that's one thing. There's so many things out there you can do. And do y'all have a wildlife resources podcast? And we're out of time, but real quick.
Yeah, it's called Tennessee. Well, I just helped them record one last month. But
good.
It's called Tennessee Wildcast.
Tennessee Wildcast.
Yep,
okay.
it's on. It plays on 99.7 a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
It's on. I don't know when it comes on, but it comes on all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a podcast.
Cool.
You can go to our website and watch it and listen to it on 99.7. It's everywhere. So.
Oh, that's very cool.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
I'll just tell you, the Greenbrier Bobcast. Yeah, I know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And so we put up a couple of installments this weekend, and one of them are some of my girls talking about the whole Taylor Swift and whatever that guy is she's dating, and it's the cutest thing
that
ever.
football guy. Yeah.
It is so funny. And then one of the kids they talk to their classmates about what would your last meal be, and it's just a couple of minutes, but it's just cute stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start putting stuff up like that.
Yeah,
So
there you
anyway.
go.
But yeah, send me that link.
I already did.
Caleb.
I did a little while ago.
Thank you. That is Kaleb Stratton. He is our Wildlife Resource District Sergeant. You didn't put that up on your Facebook page, so I can anyway. Hey, come back in here and give them your number. Tell them how to get in touch with you. You forgot to do that, and Ann will make her way in.
So you can always call me or text me at 615-522-8149. Again, that's 615-522-8149. And my email's super easy too. It's just Kaleb.Stratton with a K.
With a K.
Kaleb
Kaleb.Stratton with a K.
At tn.gov.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. And maybe by the time I see you next time, my family will have harvested a turkey. There you go. All right. And if you need to get in touch with them, great office to talk with, and they're always helpful. While we're making the switch and letting our mayor come on in here, our city mayor's coming in, we want to talk about the Cumberland Connect and the connectivity program. I want to start with, come on, sit down, sweetheart, the Affordable Connectivity Program. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, you are going to have access to Cumberland Connect. It is facilitated through the utility system now. It's about time because it's a utility. It's replaced our phone lines. It's just the truth of it. So everybody needs it, and they've got a program that if you are eligible, you could receive up to $30 credit toward broadband services, and they've got 100 megabits packages that are $30. So it would completely cover you guys, and that's good speed. I mean, that's all you need, really. And they have also got, programs where you can spend $80 and get a gig, like I have. I'm part of the Gig Club. And if you want to see if you can be a part of the Gig Club, or if you just need high-speed internet, you want to see your availability, go to cumberlandconnect.org, cumberlandconnect.org, put in your zip code, and just, see when they're going to be in your neighborhood, or you can call them and talk to them, 1-800-987-2362, 1-800-987-2362. When are they going to get to you? Really soon, because they're coming to the point where they're going to have everybody that will have availability. All you got to do is call them, let them set it up, and they've got great pricing, great packages. When you get in touch with Cumberland Connect, please let them know that U-Turn sent ya. Mayor Ann Schneider Williams is in the house. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Did you get any rest?
I did.
I didn't get much. I didn't get much. And what we're talking about is she and I were at the Crooked Eye Blues Fest at the fairgrounds, and where were you? We want to get y'all out there next year.
It was an incredible festival.
Gosh, it was wonderful. The musicians, oh my word. Tommy, we love you, and just keep on doing it. We're going to figure out how to get the people there. But Tomislav, I've got to work on practicing his name. The dude from Croatia and his guitar player, they're going to come in tomorrow, be on the show with me. That's where we're moving Mayor Vogel's interview to next Tuesday. Thank you, Mayor, for doing that. Mayor Vogel, county mayor, city mayor, difference there. Anyway, so, but Billy Vogel's going to be in next week, so Tomislav can come in and just fascinating. Did you get to talk to them at all?
Gary and I went and talked to one of them.
Yeah, they were amazing.
And the thing about that whole festival, one after another of those bands were so incredible here in Springfield, and you can get home in no time, and you didn't have to fight the traffic of going to Nashville. It was right here in our own backyard.
I know it.
So I'll encourage everybody to come next year.
I hope so. And this is something that's just in his heart to do. He's with us. He came here from California a few years ago. He's working with the fairgrounds, trying to bring music into the fair. Because, that's one thing, too.
Yeah, he did a great job this year.
He did. But trying to get people... he was talking about trying to find the right position in the fairgrounds to have the music, to where it can be really showcased and where people will see it. That's one thing. Because a lot of things happen over at that Century stage is fabulous, but people during the fair don't necessarily get over there. So just trying to get all those dynamics going,
Well, and we've talked about this a lot, and how do you market to Robertson County?
Yeah, I know. And
because we told a lot of people at church, and they were going yesterday, and they never heard about the festival.
Yeah, well, they weren't listening to me because I talked a lot about it. So, they need to listen to the show.
Well, if you don't have Facebook.
Yeah, well, it's on the radio, 1100 a.m., but not a lot of people listen to the
Well, we listen to the radio, and we watch Facebook to see what's going on. And we'll do a better job at the city of Springfield about promoting it next year.
Well, we appreciate that because they're my friends, and I sure do want them. Anytime you have somebody that puts something together, puts their heart into something like that, you want it to at least, get minimal success. And the music was an absolute success. And middle of the day, they had a decent number of people, but then, boy, that weather really kicked us. The week before would have been much better weather, but you never know.
Well, and Crooked-Eyed Tommy lives right here in Springfield.
Yeah, he's one of us, y'all. He's one of us. And he comes on the show frequently just because I like to get him to play music and all that. But he's a good friend. So we love you, Tommy. Ann and I were there. Gary was there. Mark was there. And you and your hubby are so precious. You're so sweet. And I just love y'all's story, and both losing your spouses and then finding love. And it's just, y'all are just the cutest things ever. Y'all are.
We're so blessed.
Well, you're just adorable. And I just love it when, just God gives you that, and so it's fun to watch. For all of us watching y'all, we're just like, isn't that just the cutest? We just love y'all.
The best part is that we've been under each other's nose for about 20 plus years at the YMCA and didn't even know each other.
Isn't that funny? Because when you introduced me the other night to Gary, I know him because I knew his wife that passed, and I just when I heard y'all were together, I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever,
Well, but thanks to Jody Reynolds.
Yeah, don't you love that?
For suggesting that he should ask me out.
Isn't that fun?
Don't you remember all the stories I told you about the internet dating and all the...
Well, and what's so weird is the connections that you and he had.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Both Methodist.
Yeah. And the connections, y'all had some...
he lives his farm is in between my brother and my nephew.
That's what the one. I was like, he's got land that backs up to your family.
And it's
so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's
just
not
neat.
a God moment, it's...
Oh, it totally. If you can't see God all over that, you just not looking, y'all.
Exactly.
We're talking with Mayor Ann Schneider Williams and about all the things. So appreciate you coming in. And you're a busy lady because they don't understand. The city mayor's job is very part-time. They don't pay her much, and they really ask a lot of her. And because people expect you to be at all the events.
Right.
And I can't even imagine. But she works full-time. She is a banking executive. And tell them about where you work.
I work at the Farmers Bank on the corner of Memorial and Central. I'm a senior vice president. I run that branch. I do commercial lending.
All the things.
It's 2 full-time jobs.
Yes, it is. Very.
But you know what?
So.
I love both of them.
Yeah, you obviously do, and you do them beautifully, and we're so proud of you. So, what do you have for us? You can talk baking. We'll give y'all some plugs in here if you want. If you want to promote, your day job, your
Farmers Bank.
There you go. If you want to promote Farmers Bank, we want you to do that. But we also want you to talk to us about we're coming up on a season for the city that it's like, oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy because we have all these cities in the county, but we're the first one out of we're the county seat, and we're the ones that start off the Christmas season with our parade typically. Are we not this year?
No.
We normally
That's one of the things I'm here to talk about.
Yes, okay. So
but let's
unpack that.
Can we start for trick or treat?
Yeah,
let's start with.
I can't. I kind of gloss over.
I do too because I love Christmas so much.
So you're right.
Trick or treat is
bring us back, Mayor.
Trick or treat on the square in downtown Springfield is October the 31st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Well, and that's on Halloween.
And, everybody loves to see the little ones come in and out of the businesses and City Hall. So if you're bored that day and you don't have anything to do, go sit down at City Hall and watch all the little ones come in. It'll certainly change your attitude because they are so much fun for Halloween.
Yes. And tell me those hours again.
10 to 4.
10 to 4. So if you've got preschoolers or your homeschooler, you can go during the day. Now, if you're coming out of school, you have to get your tail down there before you go trick-or-treating. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You get out of school, you got time to go and hit the businesses before you go out and trick-or-treat in the neighborhoods. Right?
Right.
Okay. Very good. And so I'm guessing when they go in and out of the stores, the store owners are going to have some treats.
Oh, yeah.
And things for them. So
it's a lot of fun to be up on the square that day.
It has to be.
All day long from 10 to 4.
Do you dress up?
Raggedy Ann comes out every now and then.
Oh, so you do the Raggedy Ann thing. I never dress up.
I love it.
Lee Marie is always after me. Oh, you need to do that. And I've never been a costume person, but I think
decorate
it's adorable.
The bank.
Yeah, that's fun.
We always have a theme.
Yeah.
One year it was, what did we do last year? You can tell I traveled.
Well,
we've been farmers.
Yeah.
Of
course, with the Farmers Bank. Yeah.
We've done all kinds of things, so I'm not going to spill the beans and
tell what you got. You've got something coming up.
But I would love for you to stop by on Memorial Boulevard at Farmers Bank and see what we're going to do this year. All the staff is busy working on that, so I shall not tell the secret because we're in a contest with all the other branches.
So how does that work? So the branches, the farmers' branches, or all the banks? Or
all the Farmers Bank branches are in competition. There's 11.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that. Okay. I didn't think there were that many. How many are in Robertson County? Farmers Bank.
Okay, so we have 2 in Springfield.
Okay.
We have Cross Plains.
Okay.
1 in White House.
So that's that many.
One on the Portland side, and we have Ridgetop in Millersville.
Oh, wow. So this is all Robertson County banks.
Well, and we're in competition with the Sumner, too, of farmers.
Okay, very good.
All the way to Westmoreland.
How long have you been with Farmers Bank?
16 years.
Wow. So how did you get started there?
Well, I was down the street at a big corporate bank and got a phone call about coming to a small community bank. And, of course, my personality is more of a community bank atmosphere. So you're able to sit down and help the people at Farmers Bank. And they're not a number.
Right. More individualized.
It's not a contest to see what product we're selling.
So how did you end up being mayor? Tell them that story. We may have some new folks here. And we'll get back to the Halloween stuff and the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, we won't forget Christmas.
We're not going to forget anything. We got plenty of time.
How did I become mayor? Well, I was very involved in the Chamber of Commerce. And we had a little argument going on here that was going to be put on a referendum vote about whether the city of Springfield wanted to participate and build the college with the county. It was going to be $3 million for the county and $3 million for the city to build Highland Crest. And I was very passionate about education. I think that's the way we change our environment.
I agree. That's why I'm in the schools, y'all.
And that's how I got in politics. Neil Peterson, who owned the radio station.
See, I know the story, but I want you to tell the story for all the newbies out there.
Neil Peterson said, if you're that angry, run against your alderman.
Why don't you run for office?
Okay.
There you go.
I think I will.
And
so here I am.
2 terms now, right?
2 terms as mayor and 2 terms as alderman.
There you go. So there you go. She's in this, guys. She's been in this for a while, and we appreciate you doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Very
I love
thankful for you. Very thankful for you, and just the voice of reason.
Well, and we are all supposed to leave this place better for the next generation.
Yep.
And I believe that that's what God wants us all to do. And we all have our own God-given talents. And I'm going to use mine to make this place better.
Good for you. And I mean, it's a lot, guys. You go into public office, good land. Whew. And like I said, the office of city mayor, I mean, pay her very little. And it's really 2 full-time jobs between that and Farmers Bank. And you have to be at all the places,
I made it that. That was my choice. And Ryan Martin does a great job running the city of Springfield.
Of course. Yes, Ryan, of course. He is our city manager. But you have so many calls on you for events and things like that. Everybody wants the mayor there, and they want the city manager there too. They want everybody there. And so I see you everywhere. And so you do a wonderful job representing the city.
It's my passion.
Well, you do a great job talking with City Mayor Ann Schneider Williams. I have to get that Williams. Somebody said something about Ann Schneider. I'm like, Williams?
It's hard. It's hard to change.
Well, yeah, after you've been saying it for so long. But we're talking about all things Springfield. We appreciate you coming in and giving up your time. Let's pause and let's take a break. Let's talk about Corbin Creek Greenhouse, Gifts and Gardening Center before we go any further. You want to get out and talk to them at Corbin because there's so many things going on. This is a great time to get perennials in the ground, you guys. If you want to have something beautiful coming up in the spring, now's the time to get it done. Now's the time to really take care of the gardening that you've been doing, that you did all summer. You don't want to leave that and have to clean that out in the spring. And if you need advice on the things that you need to do, go in and talk to them. Right now, when it's not as busy and crazy, is a great time to go in and have a conversation with them about the things you're wanting in your yard and things you're wanting to do. Really good time to visit with them for those. Just if you have quick questions and you want to talk, this is the time to do it. Now, this is also a time you've been thinking, okay, I want to check out CBD products, but I don't know where to go. I've had a lot of people talk to me about it and what a benefit it is. It is a benefit. I've been using them for a couple of years now. My hip replacement doctor, Dr. Jeffrey Hodrick, told me to check it out. And then I found out I could get it locally produced from the Corbins, produced from the plants that her brother Bill grows. Can't say enough about it. It's great stuff. Now's a good time to go in and ask those questions as well. Corbin Creek Greenhouse, they're at 4920 Highway 161, 4920 Highway 161, 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185. That's the number to call if you want to find out more. And when you get by there, of course, remember the hours are 9 to 5 right now, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 4 on Sunday. They will adjust those as the weather gets colder. So just watch for any postings on social media. You can go to Corbin Creek Greenhouse and Gifts and follow them on social media and get all the latest about everything going on at Corbin Creek Greenhouse and Gifts. And when you talk to them, let them know U-Turn sent you. Talking with our city mayor, Mayor Ann Schneider Williams, and she is also one of the vice presidents of Farmers Bank. And just a great friend, and got to hang out with her at the Blues Festival the other night, and it was a lot of fun. What all do we need to know? Okay, now reiterate for us the Halloween stuff, because I kind of jumped over that and got right into Christmas. So tell me again the hours of the
trick-or-treat on the square is from 10 to 4 on October 31st.
Very good. So we want to invite you to come out for that, and that's actually Halloween. That's a Tuesday, right? So. Tuesday. So you'll have you'll have some time to get there after school, get the kiddos out there, especially the younger ones, because they get out earlier. So they'll still have, an hour or so after they get out of school, get their costumes on and go. And you might even do that on the way home from school before you go out into your neighborhood. So just keep in mind that it'll be until 4 on the square, but your homeschoolers, preschoolers, you can go all day. So that'll be a lot of fun. So beyond what's after that? We get done with Halloween and then...
Well, right now we're having a citywide junk collection.
Okay.
Through the end of the month.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
That means you can put all the things out. Gary and I did that yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we put some stuff out on the street where that were broke.
Yeah.
But there are some rules.
Okay. Because I knew there was. Go for them. Go for it.
No paint. No tires. No toilets. And no auto parts.
Okay.
So, like, I had a broken table. I put it out.
Yeah.
I noticed somebody had yesterday, as we were on the way to church, had put out a swing that was broke. Uh-huh. A neighbor had some chairs out that were broke. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to put out other than those things.
No tires, no paint.
Yeah.
No auto parts. And what was the other?
No toilets.
No toilets. Yeah, that just looks tacky. We don't want your toilets on the side of the road.
I saw mattresses out yesterday when we were on the way to church.
So mattresses are okay.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
Yes.
Because, I can't begin to tell you, at the Benevolent Center up in Madison, the Master Church of Christ,
right?
People use this as a dumping ground. And I tell you, Cope will tell you the same thing.
Cope does.
People will dump stuff on them going, oh, well, it's good. It's old, but it's better than nothing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Mm-mm. You know, people, I had that all the time because I picked up furniture for my Egyptian friends, newcomers to this country. And it's like, well, if you don't have anything, it's better than nothing. Is it? Is it really? Not really. Especially if it's a fabric thing, if it's like a mattress or a couch or anything fabric that can't really be good and cleaned, take it to the dump. Don't ask somebody else because we have to pay dump fees. But this is an opportunity until what time that you can get that stuff taken care of?
Till the end of the month.
Till the end of the month. And these are folks that have normal trash pickup.
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember, if you put it out today, it may be several days before they come by. Mm-hmm. They're working the whole city to pick up all the junk.
Okay. So it's going to be something we're going to have to look at. So,
but this is the month that we do this.
Will they have it up by Halloween or you can?
Yes. That's the last day.
That's the last day. So they'll make the runs on Halloween, try to get it all out of there for the trick-or-treaters.
Make the city look better.
That sounds wonderful. And get it ready too for Christmas.
Well, we had some old speakers in the basement. Mm-hmm. We had some old stereos in the basement that just, you put things around and down in the basement or in a closet that doesn't work. And this is an opportunity once a year to put that out on the street.
And do you find that some people go and pick it up and think, I can fix that?
Oh, sure. Have at it.
That's just it.
You can have it if it's in my driveway.
Yeah, it's like, that table can be fixed. I can repair that. And that does happen a lot. Or I can restore that. Somebody's like, I just don't want this, take it. So, you see that a lot. You'll see that up on Marketplace sometime, free. Come get it. And people put it out on the curb. It's funny. So, we've got the Halloween downtown 10 to 4. You've got the junk pickup through the end of the month in the city, guys. Don't be doing that out in the county that doesn't have, pickup. This is for people who have trash pickup in the city of Springfield. This is the city mayor, not the county mayor. So don't get it confused. We have county mayor in here too, but he'll be in a week from tomorrow. What's after that?
Christmas.
There you go. Now we're to the thing I wanted to talk about.
I love Christmas. If you know me a tad bit, you know that I love Christmas. And our Christmas parade this year is December 2nd, which is the first Saturday in December.
Right.
It's at 6 p.m. I want you to bring out a float, truck, golf cart, decorate it. Remember to put the lights on. The first year we did it, we didn't put enough lights on our vehicles. And so that will be December 2nd at 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. Line the streets. This is the best day of the year. Mm-hmm. I love the Christmas parade. It makes you so happy, and it's fun to see all the kids and all the adults who think they're children still.
That's just it. I went out year before last and took a bunch of pictures. Got so many fun pictures. Ace called me, LaVern, I got some of those pictures. I'm like, I can't find them. I guess get them off Facebook. But because I'm doing photography and stuff. But that's a fun. If you're a photographer, if you're a photographer like myself, go out and take pictures. It is just the best.
Go to the city website and sign up for your float. Or anything you want to put in the parade. Mm-hmm. We want to register, and we want you to bring a toy for the Kiwanis Toy Drive, which awesome. I'm also in Kiwanis, so we'll be doing the toy drive in the month of December, collecting.
Okay. Where will you collect the toys at the,
registration booth?
So where's the registration booth going to be? So you got to drop the toys at the registration booth.
Yes. And it's usually around Covenant Church somewhere. We'll set up a table and get everybody registered in and give them a number, and they'll know where they're going to be in line. Okay.
Is there a fee to enter, or is that the fee?
That is the fee.
Okay. That's what I thought.
We are collecting toys.
What if I'm not doing a float, but I'm coming and I want to donate toys?
We love you.
Okay. Well, is there a place to drop those off other than the registration, maybe? Because I was going to say, if I'm going to just watch the floats, and I'm going to be in downtown, so I don't have need to go over to the registration. Do we have a drop-off point on the square? You
bring up a great question. So
that's why we do this.
I'll be back to tell you about that.
All right. Because I think that would be good. Yes. Because I think a lot of us be like, well, yeah, I'd love to take some toys to that.
Well, and you can always bring it to Farmers Bank.
Okay.
On Memorial Boulevard.
I can just see families going, we're going to the parade. We're going to take some toys for the Kiwanis, so y'all need to have some drop-offs.
Yeah.
Well, some of the stores even could be a drop-off point. And that would drive people into your store if you collect the toys for Kiwanis.
And we will. We always publish at Kiwanis where we have the toy drive going on, and you can bring those. And we'll put that out on Facebook.
Awesome. I'm talking with Mayor Ann Schneider Williams about all things Springfield, the parade. And I got my cart before my horse when we were talking about, there was a time we were the first parade.
Yes.
And we were Thanksgiving weekend, a lot of the times and it was a little bit too much, or even the weekend before, it was a little bit much.
Well, let me also say that the chamber is doing Christmas on the Square that Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Where they have the booths and...
Yeah. Okay, and it's a wonderful time. Yes. It's a wonderful time. Well, and we're going to be talking with them from the center about the sampler that's coming up the first weekend in November. And so they're coming in, they may be coming in this week on Thursday morning, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look at my calendar, but I've got them coming in too.
That's a great day.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's just everything going on, guys. You got all the Halloween stuff. So let's just reiterate. We've got Halloween on the Square, the 31st, 10 to 4. You've got trash pickup until the end of the month for people who live in Springfield. You get trash picked up. You can put your junk there, but no tires, no paint, no toilets, and no auto parts.
Right.
Did I get them?
You got it.
All right. You're doing a good job.
Bingo.
So there we go. And so we got that. And then they've moved the parade to December 2nd, first Saturday in December, which I think is perfect.
6 p.m.
But we're still going to have the Christmas on the Square this Saturday before Thanksgiving that the Chambers put on.
Correct.
And then our sampler is the first weekend in November. How'd I do?
November 2nd.
Yeah. How'd I do?
That's 2 days, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's actually on Friday night.
Friday and Saturday. And
then you can go on Saturday as well. But Friday night, I don't know, we'll have to talk to him about the particulars of that. It seems like Friday night's kind of a special thing, and you got to have a special ticket for it. It's kind of like a preview. Because some of these people that come to the sampler, they sell out of stuff so quick because they're known for something.
Yeah.
And there's things like that. That's been going on forever.
Well, it's a great place to get your Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah. And unique stuff, local stuff. So much fun. We got to pause. We got to do one more break here, and then we'll come back and we'll let our mayor wrap up all of our stuff going on. And you got plenty of time, right? You got how many more things you got to cover? Or have we done it all?
We've done it all, except I want to talk about basketball sign-up.
Okay, sounds good. And we're going to continue with Ann, but we're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. Got to tell you, I love these guys so much. They're so much fun to talk to, so much fun to work with. Barry and Rebecca, they are brokers for Exit Realty. I talk about them being a team. Yes, they do help each other, but they're separate brokers. He is the broker here in downtown. There is a downtown office now for Exit Realty. That is Barry's office. And then he's the broker there. And then Rebecca, she's the White House broker, but they are here to help you no matter what your real estate needs are. They are officed here in Robertson County because they're Robertson Countyans. They're from Cross Plains, 27 plus years they've been there, and they specialize in Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. Best way to connect with them, you can go to sellwithbecky.com, or robertsoncounty.com, or you can just Google them, guys. If you Google Barry Richards with Exit Realty Garden Gate team, you're going to get his Facebook page. You're going to find out about his marketing background, which is incredible. You want a marketer when it comes to selling property. You're going to find out about the historic properties that they've helped sell. There's going to be a place for you to start your search, put your zip code in, to go and look at the area that you're wanting to move into. Listings are going to pop up. With Rebecca, you Google her, Rebecca Richards, Exit Realty Garden Gate team. You're going to find a web page and a Facebook page that will take you to same kind of thing. You're going to learn about her and how to get in touch with her and how to list with her. Maybe you want to be mentored into real estate. Great company, great team to work with, Exit Realty Garden Gate team. So go again, look up Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team, or you can just go to sellwithbecky.com or buy robertsoncounty.com. Always let them know U-Turn Ascension. Thank them for all they do from the community. They're involved everywhere. And, that is a new office there on the downtown square. They've got the Exit Realty office. And
it looks great.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And Barry is officed in there. So anyway, so we're talking with Mayor Schneider Williams. How are you doing your name? Are you going by Mayor Williams now? What's the particulars? How do you want us to address you? Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
There you go. That's how she wants us to address you. But you are in an official capacity. How are you being addressed?
Usually people will say Ann Schneider Williams.
Okay. But I think that's fine because that's how you're known.
Well, and it's hard. It's hard when a lady changes her name.
Yes, it is. But it's fun.
If the men knew how hard that was.
There's that. So anyway, a lot of the newcomers, there's a lot of people from other countries, the women keep their father's name. My Egyptian friends, the women keep their father's name. Really? Hispanic too. A lot of our Spanish-speaking population, the woman will have the name of the father, and then the children all carry the name of the children, and they carry it. The boys and the girls do. That's, in other countries, we're kind of weird that we take on the husband's name.
Well, and I'm a traditionalist, so I'm going to do that. I'm changing my name, and I'm officially changing my name in November because we had airline tickets to go traveling, so and I had to wait till we did that.
Yes, exactly. That can be a thing. So, but we're talking with our city mayor. What else did you say you had before we wrap it up?
Youth basketball sign up.
When does that start?
And that is going on right now to sign up through the end of the month.
Okay.
If you live in the city, it's $75 fee.
Okay.
If you're a non-city resident, it's $85. That's a great way to get our youth some exercise and some activities going on. Maybe that they don't have other things they participate in, or they just want to come out and play basketball.
And where does that happen?
It's at the center.
Mm-hmm. I've talked to Terry. He was in a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about it coming up. So I'm just appreciate you kind of reiterating. Yeah, it's basketball sign-up time.
Well, it's amazing how many things we have going on for our youth through that recreation program at the city of Springfield.
Yeah.
And people will say, we don't have anything for the kids to do.
You're not looking.
You need to go on Facebook and follow the city of Springfield because there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of activities. And even if we are not helping with the activities, we'll try to make sure that people know about it and put them out there.
Well, and you can go to the center and find out that whole list of things. And that's a great place just to walk in and just say, hey, I'm new and I just need to know what's going on. And they'll fill you in.
Well, if you hadn't been out to our Greenway, it's a wonderful place to get some exercise.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And we're going to be getting into the Christmas out at Travis Price and all that. That's going to be coming up.
Well, and I forgot to also say that the night of the Christmas parade will be the night we open Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
And so that will be exciting to be able to join those two events together.
That's a walkthrough night too, isn't it?
And yes, as soon as the parade is over, we will open Travis Price Park to Winter Wonderland.
Oh, it's so nice. We're so excited, can you tell? So anything else we're missing?
I think we've covered it all.
We've covered it. I'm so glad to see you.
Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. And I'll reach back out because, maybe in another few weeks, may have you come back in just to kind of reiterate some of the things going on, especially with Christmas coming up.
Especially, we need so much help with the Kiwanis toy drive.
Okay.
I think we served either somewhere between 350 to 400 families last year for Christmas for the toys.
You coming back in for that. Well, and you can touch on the other stuff, but let's make that a point.
And I am not the Kiwanis president, so
yes,
that person may want to be invited. Mike Norton.
Okay, Mike. Okay, and I was thinking,
Sweeney just finished up. So,
okay,
and Mike Norton's taken over.
Ace is over at Rotary, right?
No. Ace is with us at Kiwanis.
Okay,
she was the president before Ed.
Okay, see, I'm so confused. I knew she was at one time. I thought, so never mind. And Schneider Williams, mayor of Springfield.
Thank
you. We appreciate you so much. Now she's got to go to Farmers Bank. If you want some, where can they find you at Farmers Bank?
1203 Memorial Boulevard.
Go talk to this wonderful lady. Love her so much. Love you guys for being a part of what we have going on here at One Street Over. And that wraps it us for today. We're going to have some of the musicians in from the Blues Festival tomorrow. One's from Croatia. Oh my goodness. Wait till you meet these guys. And thank you, Mayor Vogel, for letting us rearranging the schedule. He'll be in next week. Love you guys. Have a great day. This is 1100 WSGI.